So today we are talking about fiber. So our first exercise, you can do it standing or sitting. We will stretch the neck. Back is straight, your hands on the head, and pull it down. You can also rotate your head a little bit, rotate side to side. We are starting officially now. If you haven't started yet, you can now also kind of swing a little bit back and forth. I feel sometimes the stretch from my forehead, starting from my forehead, all the head is stretched, So really, you can move a little bit, be a bit flexible, fluid, and focus on that stretch. Yeah, so basically fiber. I always say in my other videos as well that if you want to control a little bit the sugar absorption, if you want something sweet, sometimes it can be difficult theoretically. Okay, let's do the next exercise. The back, the same position, locked hands and front, and your back is rounded. You can also kind of rotate your hips a little bit, like under you. Rotate them. Yeah, like the buttocks go a little bit to the front for a better stretch. Yeah, so sometimes it's difficult when somebody tells you, oh, well, before you have a craving, before you want to eat something sugary, just eat fiber and that will slow it down. Sometimes it just doesn't work, right? And for it to work, for this advice to work, like also I saw on Instagram recently, yesterday basically, I saw one advice. Before you have a craving, okay, next exercise, the arm, one and then the other. So straight arm, and with the other one you kind of pull it towards yourself. So the advice was, before you have a craving, so have an elastic band around your wrist, and how do you say, like pull it and release it, so it kind of makes a pinch. Yeah. I don't know what's the word. Yeah, let's change the arm. So yeah, do that before you have a craving, and then the craving will go away because brain needs that little shock to interrupt the pattern. Sorry, but when we have a craving, sometimes we don't have time to do all these tricks. Some cravings are really uncontrollable. Next exercise, inner arm stretch. Your fingers look towards you, and you just feel the stretch in the inner part of the arms. You can also bounce a little bit back and forth, not too much. Yes, we want all the movements to be quite fluid, no sharp movements, not to strain anything, Yeah, so before you try all this advice about how to stop cravings, you need to have a balance first of all. In order to control your craving, you need to have, first of all, a balance in your diet. You need an adequate amount of movement, sleep, and mindfulness. Okay, next exercise, the same position, quadriceps. So just go backwards. Again, your hips kind of rotated a little bit forward. And you can put your buttocks up, a little bit down. Again, you can move from side to side. When you move to one side, you feel different, basically one side of the leg, yes. And when you move to the other one, or you are in the middle, then you feel different parts of that leg. So just stretch everything all the all the parts. Try to stretch everything. Yeah, so assuming you have those things in place, because for example, if you didn't sleep, I know how I am. If I didn't sleep enough, I will have cravings. But it's not like, okay, next, so now inner parts of the ankles, no, it's not inner, it's like outer parts, yeah. So go on your arms a little bit up, put your knees up. It can be not so much or more. Your buttocks can be attached to the heels or not. Please try and see which one is the best for you, because it can be a little bit difficult. So look, this one, you see my hands are a bit more forward and I don't put the knees up too much. And that works. I can feel the stretch. So find the position. Try to find a comfortable one. Yeah, so if I didn't sleep, I cannot control any cravings, but I know why and what is happening, and I allow myself. And okay, twist. One leg straight, the other one is on top of it, and with the opposite arm you kind of twist yourself. Midway we will put the elbow down. It's a bit more difficult, so just like if you feel it doesn't work, it will go like that, as you can see now in the video in a couple of seconds. Basically now, if you want, you can try. If you feel uncomfortable, just go back in the previous position. Yeah, but otherwise you can of course use fiber and eat it before you eat something sugary to slow down the sugar absorption. So what does that mean? Okay, let's change the other side, the same exercise. So when you eat sugary foods, let's say something like candy or something, the sugar there is in a form which your body doesn't have to unpack. Let's say your body doesn't have to unpack it, it's there, like take it, and the body, when it recognizes that there's sugar in the blood, the sugar must go into let's go on the elbow. The sugar normally must go into the cells to be used as energy, or if it's not used as energy, it can be stored as well. And so when there's sugar, yes, in the blood, hormone insulin is released, and it kind of allows the cells to pigeon. One leg bent, the other is straight, and again we move the hips side to side to feel a different stretch. The next exercise will be the same, but other leg. Yeah, so yeah, the insulin allows that sugar to be taken into the cells, yes. And when there's a lot of sugar immediately in the bloodstream, then it also has to be very quickly removed from there. And then you have this big flush of energy, and then it goes kind of down, yes, the energy goes down. In order to have more stable levels of energy, and that's why we have cravings as well. That's why, because it goes down very quickly, and we have this craving. We need, again, some energy. Let's change the legs. Again, move a little bit from side to side with your hips. Yeah, so basically, sugar quickly goes in the bloodstream. Insulin is quickly removing it, and you have this crash, yeah? And then you need energy, you want to eat something again. What fiber does, on the other hand, is that your body has to kind of unpack that sugar. For example, in fruits, there is sugar, but the body has to unpack it, and it doesn't go into the bloodstream so quickly, you see? and it goes into the bloodstream little by little. Adequate levels of insulin, hormone insulin, are released, and little by little, the sugar is taken to the cells. I'm moving my head as well. It's just, it's good to stretch. Next exercise. Let's go into deep squat. So a deep squat, and then you can lean a little bit on your arms with the thighs, with the knees, and move the hips like back and forth, side to side. Yeah, so that's how fiber can help to keep those steady levels of energy, or the sugar, which gets into the bloodstream. And that's how you will be for a longer time less hungry. Basically, you will get hungry. It will take you longer, yes, to get hungry. So, for example, even if you want to eat fast sugar, yes, traditional, some sugary food, some traditional, let's say a cake, a candy, chocolate. Next exercise, hip rotation. So let's make a big round now. A big round. So you even go like bend, yes, go down with your upper body and then go backwards as well. Bend as much as you want, as much as you can, as much as you want, yeah. I want, but I cannot. So as much as you can, really a big, big round. Slowly, you can go with your head backwards. And now other side, a couple of rounds. We will stay like this for the next exercise, and we will do small circles. Smaller circles where you will bend your legs a little bit to help you. Yeah, and when you eat food, so you want to eat something sugary, if before that you eat some fiber, for example, salad, or even some soluble or insoluble fiber, let's change. Let's do small circles. Then so you would eat it first, the fiber goes first and then the sugar after, and in the stomach everything will mix. Actually, in the stomach everything mixes, because the stomach, it even cramps a little bit, makes some cramps. Other side, for the food to be mixed better, it's cramping a little bit when the food gets in the stomach. And that's how you can help yourself to have your energy levels more stable for a longer time. So that's one thing. Then fiber, normally it virtually has almost no calories, and the rule of thumb, let's go down now. Let's go on your 4. Cow, cat. Round your back, arch your back. So rule of thumb is 2 calories per gram, or even 0. It's normal not to count the calories of fiber at all, like as if it doesn't have any calories. It's just skipped kind of. Or 2 calories per gram. And basically, like fiber, the best would be to eat it with every meal. And fiber, it's in, you probably traditionally think about salads or vegetables. Fiber is also in fruits, whole grains. For example, oatmeal. Oatmeal has a lot of fiber, but it would be the best to consume those which are at the least processed. Okay, stay in that position. Now we are doing up and down with the chest, basically. Your chest goes up and down. So when you go down, you squeeze the back, and when you go up, you feel the stretch. You don't round your back. You can keep for a couple of seconds that position if you want. I like to keep it a little bit, so it's like even more that stretch or that squeeze. Yeah, oatmeal. So a lot of food categories which are plant-based, nuts, seeds, legumes like beans and lentils, for example. So one portion of one of those per meal is perfect. Let's go on so one knee, yes, we will be stretching the side here. Support yourself on one arm, the other leg is stretched. If you can hold to something, or even if there's like a wall and you just hold it for support, it's, I don't know, somehow I feel that it's stretching better when there's either some support or you even grab, like when we will do the other side after this one, we will do the other side. And I have this balcony, as you can see, that glass, so I just grab the top of it, and I don't know, it's just somehow you feel it better. Yeah, so as we know that we want, let's change the side now. Let's change. So we want, let's go into stretch. We want to have half of our plate with the main dish, for example, lunch or dinner, or both, ideally both. We want half of our plate to be a mix of vegetables, salad, and there can also be some fruits and berries. Now, what about, should it be cooked or not? It's a good idea for the some part of that half of the plate to be cooked and some part fresh. Now, if you are cooking vegetables, our next exercise, straight legs. Jesus Christ, I cannot. I just did, so straight legs, yes, and we bend on the legs and stretch them. I just did before the stretch like 1 hour and a half run. I said in the previous video that I did a 1 hour run and I felt my knees. This time I didn't feel my knees at all. I don't know what it depends on. Yeah, so try, the advanced version would be to try to point your toes forward, or to lift the heels, like now, if you see in the video, to lift the heels. Okay, so let's continue about the fiber a little bit to finish up. So when you cook fiber, it's not like it's broken down, but the texture becomes a bit different. Now let's go into wide stretch. Wide stretch, and on one side, let's lean on one leg. So the texture can be altered by the cooking, and for some individuals, it's easier to digest that, you see? So, yeah, we need both types. Okay, now let's change the leg in a couple of seconds. And for our last exercise after this one, let's change now, yeah? And we will stay in the same position and we will just lean forward, and that will be our last exercise. The same wide stretch, and we will lean forward. So it doesn't mean that now you have to only focus on fiber and eat fiber only. No, you need balance, because too much of fiber can lead to, actually, let's lean forward now, can lead to digestive issues, actually, Or, for example, it can interfere with absorption of some minerals, because too much fiber, it can make, let's say, the food will go too fast. What if you have diarrhea? And then that means that important micronutrients were not properly absorbed. And then something like more common, let's say, it will be gas and bloating. And there was at one point I was eating a lot of salads. That was something to do with my appetite also and mindfulness. Like I just wanted to eat a lot, but I would eat healthy but still too much. And I would be like, why am I so bloated? I'm eating so healthy. But it's, it makes the impact. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for joining. If you need a weight loss consultation, you have the link in the description. Please like the video, follow me if you haven't yet. It really helps me. I'm so happy for every follower. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Ciao.